Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a model showcase for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about all the work I've done on this MTH L3b and some of its shortcomings that I haven't yet tackled. So if you guys didn't know, the Lima built L3bs, which look like this, is in my opinion, some of the best looking New York Central model steam engines that were ever made. They're super unique looking with its somewhat streamlined Alesco feed water heater on top with that like shroud. And I just think they look super unusual, and yeah, I don't think they get enough love, and that's why I really like them. Anyways, but MTH made this model a while ago in the early 2000s, I believe, and there was quite a few shortcomings with this engine. So for context, MTH, when they made the HO scale New York Central Mohawk, what they did was they took the they made the L3A basically, and then which is a rather different looking model, and then all they did was just like add a few make a few changes here and there to make the other variants, including the L3B, the L3C, the L4A, and the L4B. Those they all made, and they all have issues that I'm not going to talk about, but I really wanted an L3B model, and I didn't want to pay the price for a key 1983 run L3B, which go for like $700, so I chose to get one of these when one of them popped up for a relatively affordable price. So I picked it up, and then I started realizing all the the things that I had to change to make this look more accurate. So the things I modified in this engine, which is really just the front here. I didn't really do much else. First, for one, I wanted to paint the smoke box gray. Or graphite. That's just something that I personally prefer. I think the New York Central engines, for the most part, look better with a dark graphite color smoke box. This was still a little bit too bright for my tastes, maybe, but I think the total black just doesn't look good, in my opinion. And then also, I wanted to fix the headlight. The headlight on the MTH L3bs were notoriously high mounted. They're like way high up there. And also they used the wrong headlight casting entirely. They should not have the flared number boards you see on the model. They should have the flat number boards or the side number boards like you see in the model right now. So that was really all the details I wanted to do. And then I also added a headlight wire here. So, to kind of begin, I took the entire thing apart, of course. Also real quick, there was some other like minor damage, like a missing stanchion here and whatnot, and I just, that was easy fixes. But anyways, so I took the entire engine apart, of course. I took the smoke box front off. I pulled the old headlight out. I managed to keep the original headlight bracket, just because no one really sells a headlight bracket with the special New York Central Herald or logo out front, and so I really wanted to make efforts to preserve the stock headlight bracket because I could not find a replacement if I broke it. But unfortunately, the headlight was casted onto the same piece, so I had to use a Dremel and basically just destroy the stock headlight and therefore preserve the original headlight bracket. From there, once you remove the stock headlight, you end up with a giant hole in the center of the smoke box. That's where the LED used to go through. So I had to fill that in. I used some putty and I carefully sanded it smooth. And then I had to, paint the smoke box anyway, so that's why I ended up painting it a dark graphite color. So I began by painting the entire smoke box front black, and then I, layered it over with a layer of Alclad 2 metalizer. For the headlight itself, I wanted to lower the headlight position overall. So I actually sanded away part of the headlight bracket and filled the top side with styrene to kind of lower it a little bit. For the headlight itself, I used a Precision Scale Co. Casting of a pile headlight, and I think that looked really, really good. Then it was just a matter of painting it all, adding an SMD LED in the front, adding a headlight lens cover, and wiring that LED up to the stock MTH electronics. I ended up keeping the Protosound 3.0 just because I actually don't mind the sound at all. I think it sounds really good actually. But that being said, for whatever reason, the stock board actually sends like 3.4 volts to the headlight, so I had to wire a small resistor to the LED to make it work. But yeah, as far as painting the smoke box go, as I said, I already used Alclad. I did carefully mask the builder's plates. I think that turned out really, really good. And then finally, I painted the driver tires, the axle tips, the lead truck, and the rear trailing truck black, just to kind of make it blend in a little bit better. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I did much else on the engine. So yeah, that's how I ended up in this current state. Oh yeah, last thing I forgot to mention, I did trim a lot of this off, and I shortened the drawbar. So actually, the drawbar used to extend out like all the way out here, and I trimmed a lot of it off and drilled a new hole. And then I also sanded away some of the the deck plate here, just to get the engine tender spacing a little bit closer. If I could show that, like so. So I think that spacing looks a whole lot better than the previous one, which would extend much further. And yeah. Another addition I forgot to mention is the trailing truck booster filler here. You can see this plastic piece here. I decided to fill in that area there because previously you could just like see right through, but having that piece kind of shields it, and I think it kind of fills in that area nicely. It's kind of hard to tell without lighting, but yeah, I think it really adds to the appearance, in my opinion at least. Now, some shortcomings or limitations with this model that I haven't quite tackled or fixed yet are the following. So as I said, this MTH used a L3A basis for this model, and that's the reason why there's quite a few things that, differences between the real life L3A and L3B that MTH did not replicate on this engine. So for one, they did add the booster engine steam delivery pipe here, but they did not add the booster engine on the trailing truck, so that's missing. Another thing is the placement of the check valve here. This check valve would actually go from the Lesco straight down and then over to the check valve, not go around the outside and then down this way to the hot water pump. And that leads me to my next point, which is this. This is a Worthington hot water pump. That would not exist on an Lesco engine. So this does not exist. The running board actually just goes straight, or actually I think it goes down here and then it goes straight past. It does not go, straight here and then down here. Yeah, so there's no hot water pump and there's no cold water pump. These are characteristics of Worthington feed water heaters. The Lesco feed water heater system only used one pump, and it normally be located right here on your central engine. So it's actually missing that as well. And then finally, on the front, this is just something kind of small, but this bothers some people a lot, I know. But the footboard pilots are way too undersized. They look kind of like babies, baby footboard pilots, because they're way too high off the ground. That doesn't bother me personally that much, but I know it bothers some people. And then lastly, because this is a freight engine after all, it would not have the steam heating pipe, which I removed, and it would not have the dual airlines. The dual airlines, to my understanding, one was for obviously the brake hose, and the other one was a signal hose to allow the passenger conductors to communicate with the front, and that simply would not exist, I don't believe, on this freight engine. So I removed that. So I should remove one of these, and I think I already did it, but I removed one of them here. I only have a single pipe here. And that's pretty much it. Very last thing on the tender. So now talking about the tender, there's a few issues here. This ladder should be on the right side. New York Central engines had a characteristic where the tender ladders are always on the right side, unlike all the other railroads where you're usually on the left side. So it should be on this side here. Because this is an Alesco equipped engine, Alesco feed water heaters on New York Central engines required an oil skimmer placed on the top of the tender. So that's missing on here. So yeah, that's, I think, everything. If there's anything else, I will add it here. One thing I didn't mention was, even though MTH gave the smoke box front a makeover, they still kind of messed it up. So the smoke box door, this door here, should actually be further down. For whatever reason, it's like really high up. And then also this Alesco is actually too narrow. It should be actually a little bit wider compared to prototype photos. And so, yeah, that's something that's really, really hard to fix. So I'm just not gonna worry about it. But that is something that is wrong with this engine. So that's pretty much it though. This engine, I think in its current state looks pretty good. Unfortunately, any additional, like, fixing some of this stuff here would just be really complicated, and I just haven't gotten the chance to do it yet. I might do it someday. But yeah, that's the current state of the engine. I think overall I am much happier with the current appearance of this engine than the stock form. I think the headlight and smoke box improvements, especially the headlight wire, I think, really improve the front appearance of this model. And yeah, I'm very proud of this engine, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But anyways, hopefully that was interesting, and hopefully maybe this inspired some of you guys out there to maybe modify your own MTH L3b. Overall, I'm very happy with the appearance of this model. And yeah, so anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. I try my best to answer all of them, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.